Hey guys, Redleaf here, bringing you some FIFA 15 content on the PS4. Going to be starting a career mode today, so let's jump right into things. A manager career, not going to be using our 30% increase or our scout, but I've decided that I'm going to jump into the Bundesliga and using a team that I think is not going to be too difficult to use but doesn't have a lot of funds. It's going to be interesting to see what we can make of Schalke. That's the team we're going to be using. We're going to be on world class using dollars because I'm from Australia, if you can't tell by my accent. But let's draw with the seeded teams, and this is the same group that I had last time, so pretty happy with that group. And yeah, like I said, playing on world class, I feel that that's sort of where I'm at in terms of my playing ability, but we'll see what we can do. If we need to, we can bump it up to legendary, but I think it's a good fit. So I'll go through, fill all this in, and come back to you when we jump right into things. Alright, so we're in now. Having a look, let's see what they want us to do. So they want us to only reach a round of 32 in the domestic cup, so that shouldn't be too difficult. They want us to look for a striker. He's introducing himself. I don't really care about you, sir. And they only want us to qualify for the Europa League, so in the top 5. I think all of these requirements are very achievable, so I'll go through, find how I like the squad, work out some team sheets, see where we're going to need players, and work all of that out for you guys. I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is how I like the team set up so far. I've got Huntelaar up front, obviously, I suppose you could say almost the star of this team, 88 finishing right there. He's not the quickest player in the world, but 87 shot power. He's got relatively decent strength, but I haven't ever used him in this game. And I've never really used him actually, and I've heard good and bad things about him, but we'll see how he goes in pre-season. Originally Boateng was a CDM, and then I realised this is the dude from Milan all those years ago. And he's phenomenal. Look at these stats, look at all that green. I do understand that they have made the light green down to 70 now, which I believe was only in the 80s. So it does look a little more green than in previous FIFAs, but still, I mean, look at that short pass, 86. His volleys, 86. His long shots, 83. It's phenomenal, really. I do think that he will do well up there, and I really liked him and Draxler in the cam position. So I did end up deciding to play a formation with 2 center attacking mids, and I did only really have 1 CDM, so this does fit the players that I have, but whether it's going to fit the playstyle that this team caters for, I don't know. But we've got Hogger. I'm going to say Hogger, even though I know it's not Hogger. It might even be Hogger. Terrible pronunciation right there. Probably have to look that one up. But he can play a variety of positions. Actually, he can head into right back, which is interesting, but we do have a dedicated right back there. But Farfan, need I say anymore? Just, like, come on. It's a good enough explanation right there, just his name. I had a difficult decision deciding between these two for left mid, but the thing that really settled it is the 4-star skill moves and the work rates. So, and his height actually, I just noticed then, and the age. So, need I say any more? Wow, 6'3". He might be getting in there for the corners. And actually, Sam, I originally had it right mid, and then I realised that I had Farfan in the reserves for some reason. Although those work rates are pretty interesting, but there's no doubt that I'll be rotating between the 2 anyway. I do have this right mid who I probably will not be using. A lot of these players are going to look to sell. I don't know, I'll have to see what I do, but Matip is a good centre back there. Got Fuchs, that is his name is Fuchs. But for starters, we've got Felipe Santana and Howard S, both brilliant centre backs from previous FIFAs. Again, don't know what they're like here. I've got Aogo there at left back and Ukita there at right back. I have to assume that they're all going to be relatively decent defenders. I mean, their pace is all relatively decent, especially at right back and left back. So, keeper as well, not really too sure on him. He's got decent-ish kind of stats there. You got 83 reflexes, so he should get the job done, but if I do find he's slacking off, not getting the job done, I will by all means look for a replacement. But I don't think I'm going to create a second team sheet. I really don't think that there's enough here, enough depth to make a second squad. But realistically, if you have a look, the only other striker we've got is this kid here, Avdijaj. I think that's how you say his name. Stats aren't the greatest. He's a 60 rated 17-year-old striker. That's the only reserve striker that we have. I mean, we could play Sam up there. I think that's really all that you're looking at. I don't think too many other people. Oh, Boateng apparently plays as striker. He's got 77 finishing. His ball control's decent. Strength is pretty good. So I suppose we could play Boateng if we needed, but that's a lot of positions. He pretty much plays right from the outside the box here all the way up top, but we'll see what we can do with that. I think we're going to be looking to sign a secondary striker. Obviously we do not have too much money. Let's go and check exactly how much we've got in terms of dollars, because I know in terms of pounds they have what I think it was £8 million or something like that, if I remember correctly. But there we have $13 million. Don't know how we're going to go with that, but we'll see. Obviously we're not looking to sign world-class players at this team, but that's going to do it for the first episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. It wasn't a very long episode, but next episode we'll be looking to sign some people. I'll do some research, come back with my shortlist, and we'll get right into things. How long do we have until our first preseason game? We've got right until the end of the month, but that's against Atletico Madrid, so that will not be an easy game by any means. Then we've got Everton and Inter Milan, and then we've got Hannover 96 and Bayern Munich. So a very, very, very difficult run to start off the season, but I don't know if I'll be simming pre-season matches. I'll probably play them even if I don't record them, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and stay tuned for more.